This is a twin tail board. That means this is a tail and this is a tail. This is really awkward to do while trying to hold the microphone. Twin tail, twin nose, symmetrical boards are becoming very popular at the minute, with professional skaters such as Ishod Ware, Jimmy Foy, Chris Roberts, Sean Malto, all skating variations of a symmetrical board. Why have a nose and a tail when you can just have a board that is completely symmetrical from one end to the other, meaning that no matter what way you skate a board like this, it's always going to be the right way around. You don't have to worry about your board being backwards because you're always going to be popping off a tail no matter what way your board is facing. And it gives you one less thing to worry about while you're skating. And for me, I'm all about having a clear head while I skate so I can focus on tricks. So I thought, you know what, if that means there's one less thing I have to worry about while I skate, I think that works for me. So I went online and I bought this board. This is a Skate Deluxe 8.5 twin tail. This only cost me 45 Great British pounds because I didn't want to spend upwards to 70 or 80 on a board that I might not like at the end of the day, so I just got a Skate Deluxe shop board. So I spent this weekend skating this board so I can give you guys my first impressions on a twin tail. This is the first ever twin tail I've skated, and I can let you guys know whether or not I recommend getting a twin tail or a symmetrical board in the future. So just pretend that this board isn't scratched up and I recorded this before I skated, and come with me as we have a skate sesh and try out this twin tail board for the first time. So somebody's been here and waxed the absolute hell out of this, which is a curb that I've been wanting to wax for a while. So I just discovered that this curb is also waxed, and this one feels a little bit more buttery than the other one. So also you can't really 50-50 that one because it's like all stones at the other side, but this one should be able to 50-50. So thank you, Skate Gods, or whoever waxed these curbs, because you've done what I was too lazy to do, so thank you. Okay, so we are back from our session, and this totally isn't recorded the same day as the intro. So what I think of the twin tail skateboard after skating it for the first time. To be honest, I really like this board. I think it also comes down to a lot of the size and the lightness of the board, because recently I have been skating quite big boards. For example, my other board, this 9-inch blind deck. And then before that, I was skating this big fat 9.4 heroin egg board. Both of those boards being quite heavy setups and also being generally big boards. So going down to an 8.5 popsicle, that is actually quite a light setup. I didn't realize how much I missed a smaller setup, and it really did help me with my pop and my tricks. But that being said, I'm here to talk about the fact that it's a twin tail. And honestly, I get it. I get now why Jimmy Foy Ishod wears skate twin tails. It makes complete sense. There's no downside. It takes you a little while to get used to the fact that there's no nose, but once you just get used to the shape and the feel of the board, you ask yourself why you even needed a nose in the first place. You've got just as much pop off both tails, and the fact that I can just throw my board down whatever way I feel like, and it's always going to be the right way, you've no idea how convenient that is to have. Until you skate a twin tail, you don't realize how much that actually makes a difference. On top of this, I think that the wear on the board is going to be more even and give the board a bit more longevity. Like the wear on this tail and this tail are pretty much exactly the same, so I think the board's going to wear out a lot fairly across the board, and it means I'm not just going to get some really crazy razor tail on one end of the board. But that being said, it wasn't all perfect, of course. The one problem I had was actually not with the board itself, but with the trucks. Because it's a symmetrical board and you want it to be the exact same for both the front and back, because technically there isn't a front and a back, you want your trucks to be the exact same tightness. Because I use trucks that I've skated before, this wasn't exactly the easiest thing to get. I had to basically loosen both trucks to the point where the nuts were coming off so that I could just tighten them to the exact same amount, and it took me a little while to get them both to at least close enough to the same tightness where I felt like both trucks were basically the exact same, and I couldn't tell the difference which way I was riding. But once I got there, at least it's probably not perfect, but to a point that I was happy with, then it was fine, and I completely forgot about the truck problem at all. If you are thinking about getting a twin tail, I would say maybe it would help to just get a whole new setup so that both trucks just come the same tightness out of the factory and you can just loosen them at the same time. But for me, after adjusting them both just a few times over, I got it to a point that I was pretty happy with. And realistically, that was the only problem that I had with this setup, was just the truck, so it wasn't even the board itself. You just really want everything on your board to pretty much be working exactly the same in tune, so you really get that sense of that there is no top or bottom to this board, that it is fully symmetrical. And once you get to that, it's perfect, it just works, it feels great, and you don't even miss the nose at all. At least I didn't. I might stick with a twin tail for the foreseeable future. I don't know. It's too early to tell. I'm going to continue skating this board for a while yet and do more videos to update you guys on how I feel about twin tails. But as of right now, how it stands, do I recommend getting a twin tail or a symmetrical board? The answer is yeah. If you really want to try one out, go for it. I don't think you're going to regret it. If you are happy with a regular board and it's what you've been skating this whole time and you don't feel like switching, then don't bother. There's no point. But if this is something that you want to try, 100% go for it. I highly recommend a twin tail board. But if you can find a shop board or a blank that is symmetrical, you know, go for that. And then you're not wasting too much money if you end up not liking the board. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. And subscribe if you haven't already. Like, and any questions about the twin tail you have, comment below. Or let me know if you like twin tails or if you plan on getting one. Thank you very much for watching this, and I can't wait to bring more IRL content to this channel in the future. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.